This week on the Byron and Tony Show,
we're talking
empires. Legend has it that acclaimed author Slickless Nicholas walked into Israel and declared, "Is real, more like, is fake." Just like that, the very real and very populated Israel disappeared without a trace. This vacuum allowed Slickless to start his own empire, the Niconian Empire. Perhaps Slickless could have chosen a better spot, as Niconia is completely surrounded by a desert. Here is a map of Niconia, giving us the location of the capital and multiple landmarks. Slickless has described himself as the world's first benevolent dictator. While Slickless was in rule, he was the only government authority. He believed he was the only one capable of making laws that benefited citizens. Unfortunately, this resulted in his assassination. In his will, Slickless said that his entire empire and all of his belongings would go to the man that kills him. This worked to the benefit of Xi Jinping, who became the ruler after killing Slickless. Once Xi Jinping was in power, he decided that a voting system similar to Greece was the correct way to go. Sadly, Xi Jinping died of his sickness. The residents then thought, since he wasn't assassinated, who will become the next emperor? They ultimately decided on God, which is why Christianity is now their main religion. The Niconian Empire mainly trades beef, wheat, mutton, carrots, potatoes, and salmon. The technology that allowed the citizens to create such a large farming industry, even in the middle of a desert, is what the locals like to call grassosity. Through this seemingly magical process, grass can still be grown in the middle of a barren desert. In the Niconian Empire, if you wish to purchase land, you must purchase it from its current owner, as all land in Niconia is taken. There are no schools in Niconia, so whatever you do is usually determined by your parents. So a boy with farmer parents is usually going to grow up to be a farmer, or someone from an architect family will usually become an architect. Niconia trades with two other nations, the Empire and Rome, as detailed in this map above. The main religion of Niconia is Christianity, as their emperor is God. Many Niconian citizens believe them to be equal with all their neighbors. Still, there is a social hierarchy. On top is God, who is the emperor of the nation, followed by the farmers, who produce all the food they trade and eat, followed by the merchants, who trade said food in exchange for different goods. And on the bottom are the architects, who build all the buildings for the empire. Niconians still believe in equality and do not discriminate against those in lower social classes. In terms of interactions with other countries, Niconia doesn't act with many except for the Empire and Rome, who are trade partners. Niconia is a peaceful state. However, if another nation decides to invade, all citizens are trained like warriors, courtesy of the merchants. Although the merchants' main goal is to trade away the food, their second task is to go to different nations and learn how to battle. When they return home, they teach the farmers and the architects how to fight. And if we look towards their flag, we see that it is red with a yellow M in the middle. The red represents the red meat they trade, and the yellow represents the grain they trade. The M represents Slickless Nicholas's last name, Micholas.